just going to tell you, friend, I love God's timing. I know that everyone I talk to about, I don't read the Bible every day. I read the Bible as inspired, and I understand I can see cracking the Bible open every day, just open it and find something to feed your spirit. I get that. I respect it. But I swear for Lord, when I decide to pick up my Bible, what I read is so on brand. Like, I'm going to read you what I read, but also pay attention to the video I'm tagging back to. The video I'm tagging back to, I recorded today. I recorded that video in response to your comment. You made your comment today in relation to a video I either posted today or yesterday, which means had I been reading my Bible, what I just read wouldn't have made sense. But because I read it when I read it, think about the language I used in the video I'm tagging back to, and think about this prayer. And so we're talking about asking God for guidance to raise our children, asking God for guidance to navigate our spousal relationships, right? Who knows better than God? For me, nobody. And I think I know a lot, but I also know I get filtered a lot of information from the good old God. So, this is Solomon asking for wisdom. So he's having a dream, and in his dream, God comes to him and he says, this is 1 King chapter 3, verse 5. And God said, ask for whatever you want me to give you. And Solomon answered, you have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued this great kindness to him and have given him a son to sit on his throne this very day. Now the Lord, my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, but I am only a little child and do not know how to carry on my duties. Just because we are grown, we are still children. We don't know what the heck we're doing, especially because our generations before us were so screwed up. Not many of us have right examples. Whatever right is for you, not many of us have right examples of how to truly live this life. We know how to survive, we know how to exist, but we don't know how to live. That's an action, that's a verb. Your servant is here among the people. You have chosen a great people, too numerous to count our number. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? So think about the language that I used before I read this. I just read this today. Before I read this, I said, it's not for me. I said, I can choose to use the language raise, or I could choose to use the language govern. And I said, I'm going to say govern. He says govern over the people. So now God is making the connection for me that replace the word the people and say my family, my children. How will you have me govern over this? So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people, these children, this spouse, this family, this life. You've given me this life, so give me the discernment to be able to navigate it, right? I think it's only right for us to ask God, like, all right, I'm here. What am I supposed to do? I think that's right. But the beautiful thing is, and I believe I failed this test, because in December, the last 3 days in December, I talked with God, communed with God, and God was like, I gave my life to God, and I was just like, use me. I'm here. But I want something in return, because I don't know. I see so many people out here, and I don't know what their situation is, but I see so many people out here who are living for God, but they ain't living like I want to live. Like, I want my heart's desires. I want my family to be okay for generations. I desire for me to experience my heart's desires in this lifetime. I am I don't want to build a network or a legacy that pops off after I'm gone. I want it to pop while I'm here. I want to experience it. But in that, the legacy that I'm building is for everybody. You are a beneficiary of the legacy that I'm building. I told this to one of my friends and clients. I told her, our purpose here in this lifetime is to impact as many people as possible. Everything that we do, we should be doing with the objective to impact as many people as possible. So how can I help as many people as possible in this action that I'm doing? But here's how I think I messed up. But, do I get a redo, God? Can I get a redo? It said, the Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. So God said to him, since you have asked for this and not for long life and wealth for yourself, nor have asked for the death of your enemies, but for discernment and administering justice, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so that there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be. Moreover, I will give you what you have not asked for, both wealth and honor, so that it is in your lifetime you will have no equal among kings in your lifetime. So do you understand? When you get into your word, this hasn't always been, but maybe it has. But I know I've done some work on myself. You guys have seen it. I've done some work on myself to be able to read this. And what the words, the specific words that are being used are words that I have used in my lifetime. God said, in your lifetime, there will be no equal king to you. In your lifetime, I want to see the manifestation of the work that I'm doing. So this is divine alignment, and I wanted to share with you guys, when you're making these prayers, establishing these prayers, like, we don't know. I didn't know until I know, and I know what my prayers need to look like going forward. But when I prayed to the Lord, I prayed for things, not for self, not for selfish. I prayed to impact the world. I prayed for my family. But what I should have prayed for, and what I will pray for going forward, is a spirit of discernment and the wisdom. And in that discernment and that wisdom, all else aligns. I just wanted to share that with you. Since we are praying to God and asking God, what shall I do with this blessing that you have bestowed upon me? Let us pray for wisdom and discernment within those prayers.